What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another comic book bum video. Today we will be discussing The Amazing Spider-Man.
You know you wish you had it. Everybody wishes they had this.
Everybody does. Anyway, we're going to be discussing movies, his upcoming comics, and basically anything Spider-Man. So, I did read The Superior Spider-Man, last issue of the series. Peter Parker came back on issue 30. This is issue 31. He beats Green Goblin and basically apologizes to everybody and their mama. Yeah.
Really?
That's basically what goes on to the issue.
Now he's full Peter Parker now, right?
Yes, he's full Peter Parker.
No relapses or anything?
Nope. He realizes everybody's telling him that he was basically a big douchebag while he was Otto. So, yeah. What am I looking forward to in the next comic book release of The Amazing Spider-Man? You know, I want to see what's going on in Peter Parker's life. You know, he's not with Mary J or whatever. You know, she does have a new boyfriend. So, and he's basically, in this issue of Superior Spider-Man, she's basically telling him that she doesn't want anything to do with his life. You know, that she felt that she was, she couldn't live her life to the fullest because she was always worried about Peter and worried that she was always in danger. You know, she couldn't live her life the way she wanted to. So basically comes to terms in this issue saying, you know, I'm glad that you're happy, you know. So so I want to know how he deals with that, you know. I wonder if he's going to get a new girlfriend. Hopefully he does. New character to the comic book world. How is he going to deal with the fact that Otto had his, you know, took over his body for about a year, maybe a little bit more than that. You know, he does have Otto's memories, so will that backfire on him?
Crazy, that he's still stuck with Otto's memories.
Yeah, will you know?
So he knows everything that happened.
He basically
when Otto took over his mind.
Yeah, I mean he has. Wow. I don't think he has all of the memories because he was asking, you know, basically in Superior Spider-Man issue 31. He was asking, you know, that he needs a quick rundown on what Green Goblin was doing. So I don't think he has full memories of everything, but he does remember bits and pieces.
Yeah.
So I just want to know how he's going to react to that. I know that after Superior Spider-Man 1, The Amazing Spider-Man 1, they're coming out with Amazing Spider-Man 1.1, which is Learning How to Crawl, which is basically, you know, Peter Parker's first days as Spider-Man. And I think it's 5 issues of that. It's like a little mini series, so I will be picking that up as well. So hopefully that continues in the fashion that Superior Spider-Man ended, because it ended very well. Now let's go into the movies.
Big time movie, Amazing Spider-Man Part 2.
They have like 19 different villains in this movie. Hopefully it doesn't get confusing, because the last Spider-Man movie that had more than one villain was horrible, which was Spider-Man 3 with Tobey.
Oh, okay. Tobey Maguire.
Yeah. It had Sandman, it had Green Goblin,
and it had
Venom.
Venom.
And it was just a hot mess.
A lot of people liked it.
Idiots.
There's the love it's and the hate it's.
The writing was horrible.
The writing was horrible.
Yeah, I mean, the action scenes were okay.
Which was your favorite film of the 3?
I'm gonna have to go with the first one.
I agree.
Part 2 wasn't horrible with Otto. I felt like they could have done a little bit better.
I was actually pretty ecstatic, you know, because you know it's a long time villain or whatever, foes or whatever. So to see Otto come out, like I think it was a good second introduction.
You know what I like about The Amazing Spider-Man, about the current series that's going on right now, that they're using villains that really people didn't really use before. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
That's why I love Amazing Spider-Man 1, the reboot, because if you guys know from the first trilogy, Doc Connors was, I think, pretty much in all 3 films, right?
Yeah, I think
more
so, yeah.
or less. He didn't have a major role, but you saw him and you know who he was or whatever when he did come out for you know, a couple scenes or whatever. But I was like really expecting the Lizard to come out in that trilogy movie.
Yeah, same here.
So it was very disappointing not to see that, because you already introduced this character, and then to not use I thought that was pretty lame. Whatever. So in the first reboot of the Amazing Spider-Man, um, right away when you see Doc Connors or whatever working for Oscorp and everything like that, right away you knew, well at least I knew, the Lizard was gonna be the villain. Like it had to, right? And when he came out, yo, I think they did a fantastic job with that.
Yeah, they did really good with that. I agree with that. And they show like in the previews, how they show the the legs of Otto, the vulture's wings.
Oh yeah,
Um,
all the stuff that they've been feeding us
right.
to the viewers.
So they're coming up with the Sinister Six movie. It's already in the makings or whatever.
And then they said that Venom
They're
might
trying
be
to
getting its own film.
a Venom film. So they're having everything in the works with this movie right now with the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Introducing the Green Goblin, Rhino.
The Rhino. All right, so I don't know if you guys see it in the trailers, right? Rhino is not actually the Rhino you think, like from the comics or from the cartoon series from the past or whatever. He's not this big, strong dude in a Rhino suit. He's this puny thug, dumb thug or whatever in a mechanical Rhino suit.
I mean, I like the direction they're going because they're trying to keep it somewhat realistic.
Yeah, I think that's where I could appreciate that, where they like the realistic.
But then again, I think about it, and
it kind of does take it
away. A guy falls in a tub full of electric eels, and he becomes
Electro.
Yeah, and he starts flying, and he's all blue and stuff. I don't think that's really that real. So I mean, I'm pretty sure they could have.
I think you just die.
Yeah.
If you fall in
I'm pretty sure they could have gotten a big guy like somebody like Brock Lesnar to play like the Rhino,
Yeah, I think that would have been really cool.
But I mean,
we got to see the film and see how it all works.
Yeah,
together. I'm pretty sure it's gonna work. I mean, that's just the movie industry. They'll make any movie work. It's just to the fan or the critic.
I feel like they're trying to cop out like they did with the Silver Samurai and Wolverine.
Oh, yeah, that was so lame. I didn't like that at all.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
We wanted a real samurai, Silver Samurai.
But you know what it is? They don't want to do the all magic thing, So, because Silver Samurai is a magical being, he's not a mutant.
Silver Samurai is nobody. His sword is everything.
Yeah, but it's a magical sword. And they don't want to do magic, So I can see why they did that with Silver Samurai.
Dude, like mutants already. Mutants don't really exist, man. I mean,
we don't know that.
I mean, I'm just saying. We all know claws can't come out of your hands. I'm
pretty sure Barack Obama is a mutant. I'm just saying, half black, half white. They don't exist. But yeah, so the movie looks really good for what they're showing on the.
It's gonna have some big scenes.
Yeah,
it's gonna be pretty.
Does Gwen die?
They've been, it's funny you mentioned that. I think right where in the beginning of when production was happening and they were doing film, when they were filming, supposedly the first scenes they filmed was with Gwen and Spider-Man and this outfit she wore that is very similar to the outfit that she wore in a comic book that she actually died. That she died in. So there are people who were throwing it up in the air that Gwen might die in this movie. After all, Mary J does come out in this movie too,
and that's what basically.
So I mean, we could see the death of Gwen, and Mary Jane will be in this movie. So I mean, it could happen,
Doesn't she break her back?
Who breaks her back?
Isn't that how Gwen died, or she breaks her neck?
I don't know how she dies actually.
Yeah, I think she breaks her neck, but I thought that was on the bridge.
Yeah, there was something on the bridge. Yeah,
it was on the bridge. Yeah. So what are your thoughts about that? Do you guys think they're gonna cut her out of the movies? Or will she make another appearance? But yeah, so, does she die? Hopefully, they give her justice and, they do a good job with, if they do kill her off, hopefully they show a good scene or whatever. I don't want it to be some cheapy choppy thing and, they're just like, oh, she died and that's it, If
I'm pretty sure it's going to be dramatic.
I'm pretty sure it is. If she does die, though, how would Peter take that? Will he go, crazy and just start attacking everybody?
He's gonna find the Venom suit and kicks everybody's ass.
You think that's how it's gonna happen? It might end like that. It might end with him finding the Venom suit.
The Venom suit? Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
And
I think it's gonna leave us with a big question mark. It's gonna be one of those endings where you don't get, You know what I mean? Like it doesn't leave you with much. I think because there's been so much giveaways already for this movie that giving us an ending, giving us hints of what's gonna come out next, I think would be a bummer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Because they gotta keep us holding on. They got us. They got to have us wanting more and what's coming up next.
Does the Sinister Six make an appearance at the end of the movie?
Good question. Yeah, it could be one of those after credits thing
Yeah.
or whatever. You know, they assembled a team because everybody hates the Spider-Man at this point.
I could see that happening.
He's
Electro.
as you
Yeah,
guys,
Electro.
Electro. He's part of the Sinister.
You know what? I think they should
you
show the
s-
Shocker though because he's one of my.
Shocker's
favorite-
pretty cool. Yeah, he he got the things coming out of his arms or whatever.
Are they gonna show Mysterio?
Mysterio, I don't know. Maybe I for one been wanting to see Mysterio come out in the film. You know,
I mean, he did play. He was one.
he's
of,
not
a
like
big,
a.
I mean, he wasn't a huge villain, but he was pretty.
But he would definitely
he
be
was
a cool
important,
asset
yeah.
to the film.
He was an important part in the.
To throw off
cartoons
something
and
as
stuff.
holographics and stuff like that, to throw off Spider-Man with his senses and everything. I think that that to see him in that phase will be so cool to how he deals with that. Because we all know that Spider-Man juggles many things at once.
Yeah, he is
So-
a student. He's got personal life, Aunt May. All that stuff.
Hot teen sex love. He's young, teens, whatever. But yeah, so I mean,
What are your guys' thoughts on what's happening to Peter? Do you think the Amazing Spider-Man comics will be good? Do you expect much from it? What are you guys expecting out of the comic books? What are you guys expecting out of the movies? Just give us your thoughts. Any input would be good. Anything you want to add? So give us your thoughts. Let us know what you guys want to see, what you expecting to see, and comment below.
that's it, guys.
Check us out on Facebook. The video will be up on Facebook as well as YouTube. So later. Bye.